Hi guys, welcome to my first month reflection, and the theme of this month is going to be resilience. Why, you ask? Why? Well, I shall come and tell you. We're going to be talking about the tarot decks that I've been using, some of my health notes, wins and solutions I figured out. It's probably kind of simple. I don't know with you warriors out there today, you chronic warriors, but I'm just gonna get comfy a minute. Just let me shuffle in. I got my flow chart. I've got my notes. And I thought I've actually sort of put a. Tell me if you like this setup, because I can do this for future references. But this is my brain dump flow we're gonna go for. So I'm gonna be talking about that. If you're not interested in certain aspects, it's cool. I will do a timestamp so you can go to each section. So this is going to be my monthly ongoing way of doing this video. You know, so you know. Right. So for me, looking at June, wow, I needed that resilience. Let me tell you, I did need that resilience. After the aftermath of going to Glastonbury, which you've probably seen, if you haven't seen the video, is it in there? I went, sod it, let's just do it. Wow. June was kind of like me catching up with that. So I had more flare-ups, more chronic fatigue, can't catch a break. It's been really bizarre. The symptoms has been really weird in the sense of I'm all right in the morning, then I'm crashing in the day, in the afternoon, or vice versa. I crash and then I feel okay. So it's been a bit of a nightmare. I've had doctor's appointments, I've had blood tests, so they're doing the full works. And I've got my ME appointment in July. So that's coming up for July for me. But yeah, it's pretty much been a month of catching up with myself, trying to navigate my energy and resources and being restricted, which is not an easy thing. I imagine you feel the same way as well. It can be quite, especially when the weather's nice as well. You just want to be out. Fed up of looking at four walls. I don't know about you. I want to socialise. I want to have some fun, but as it is not always the case. But this resilience that I'm learning to manage and deal with, is like tomorrow's another day. It's like reminding yourself that tomorrow's going to be another day. It's just a short period of time, and that's what I've been doing. But like I said, it's a lot of booming and busting. So what happened with when I got the letter from the ME, I am gonna be a bit all over the shop because my brain frog and that. But what happened with the ME appointment, I haven't had the appointment, but they sent me like a letter to fill out, and we're going to have a face-to-face. So if you're interested, let me know in the comments below if you want me to let you know what was the process of it all. But yeah, so I emailed them rather than posting it. So hopefully we'll hear about that. I've just had my blood test today. So I'm waiting back on the results of that. I'm having an X-ray to do with my chest area. They're doing the full works, guys. They're doing the full works to sort of like see what's going on. I've been suffering from really severe high blood pressure and some kind of infection in my body. Could be inflammation. Who knows? But we're just going with it. So that's my health update. So it still was worth it. it was still worth it to go to Glastonbury. I thoroughly enjoyed the day. And even though it's been a real tough month, I just feel sometimes we have to have, I need to get out of four walls. And I don't know if you guys feel exactly the same sometimes. Sometimes it's just like, you're going to have the consequences of it, but you just gotta live for a bit, even if you are struggling. Okay. So that's my health notes. The wins. What did I win today? What did you win this month? Me, even though I had my crashes and stuff, I was still getting organized in the flat. I was still decluttering, and I was like doing a lot of pottering. I still managed to see some family, and I have gone out a couple of times, maybe short bursts, so it's not as long, but I have managed to go out, which has been really lovely. Gutted that I got to leave early, but can't shoot myself in the foot again, can I? Because I'll tell you, I got lots of things coming up in July as well. So I don't know with you. I don't know if you're watching and you're a chronic, you suffer from chronic illness and stuff, if you get the same aspects there. I've also been doing a lot of behind the scene stuff. Still doing my other channel, which is good. It's going really well. And I've been working on my project, doing my own cards for the music thing. So we're getting a nice little collection here. I still got more to do. But yeah, I'm doing it in small doses. So when I feel like I need a bit of a creative day, usually Sundays is my creative day, but if I'm off work, that is. But yeah. So yeah, I've been doing that. So that's been, going really well as well. And like I said, spending time with people. I don't know about you, but I miss connecting. I miss the socializing side of it. And not always I can do it. And it's really difficult to navigate my life with work, home, family, and friendships, so I don't tend to have that much, but I have had, I've done some slight little visits, and it's been amazing. It's been great. So yeah, that's my wins of the day. I'm going really fast, aren't I? But this is this is new to me, so yeah, I'm just going to chuck it out for the best, and see where it and then as time goes on, I'll settle down, and we'll have a bit more of a trying. So over the last 3 months, I've been working with these decks. So I do my own videos, personal reflections, and then I review it. Yeah. So I really loved this deck because it was just just a bit get you thinking, how can I be more kind to myself and offer more grace in this moment? And then it's got it's got a little bit of I'll read it. Growing our self-love is medicine to this world's broken heart. When you heal, we are healed. When you give yourself more grace, you are able to give the world more grace. Today's soul action. Look at yourself with grace filter. You're meant to be in this moment of your life. Release the inner critic and fill in the whole with your soul's truth. And you are infinity. You are loved, and you are already there. And this is like a practice. I pick a couple cards for once a week, and it just helps me to remind myself that I'm doing my best. We all need a reinsurance, don't we? And I find this deck gives me reassurance. So yeah, I do that. So these, it's just like a little subtle deck. It's not, what am I grateful for? So I just loved the deck and I loved working with it. And it was simplified. Sometimes when you've got brain fog, you don't want to be like having to figure out what the tarot's meanings are and your intuition, because you can't, I don't know about you, but I can't. I mean, if you're a tarot person, I can function. So I don't generally, I try to avoid doing videos or anything like that when I'm in brain fog mode. So the soul seekers, I imagine because there's lots of people that's done the flat, the card thing, as you can see. I've been practicing with this for the last 3 or 4 months, and it's been going really, really well. And I've done some predictions on my life, so which was uncanny, but also it helped me balance and focus. So I got different spreads that I do for that. One off the top of my head is the situation, what's for me, what's against me, what I'm not seeing, influence surrounding it, and the general feel of the month. And then I would pull more cards, just depending on what the card represents. So Emperance, say if that is what's for me, then I'd say, what am I giving birth to? How can I navigate the Empress energy for the month, the week or month or whatever? How can I, but if it was against me, I say, what am I ignoring? What do I need to steady myself with? You think of a baby in a stomach, it takes 9 months to develop. So am I rushing around like a lunatic and not paying attention to my body? And maybe this is telling me to slow down, that I'm overdoing things, so you get the adjust. But yeah, but what happened? Really weird thing happened. Now I know that I've been having like masses and masses of brain farts. Yeah. Foggy. I call it foggy. I've been having lots of foggies. And I don't know if it's this. It could be that I need to cleanse the deck. But I tried to do July's messages and I just could not connect to the deck. I don't know if any of you have the same experience, but sometimes, when I pull cards, and it's happened in private readings as well, when I've done like private sessions with clients and that I can, it just looks like pictures. I know it's weird. It's weird, but it does. And generally I need to change the deck. So I need to find another deck with a different lens. I haven't chose a deck for July as of yet, because I just didn't know. I'm not in the frame of mind to do tarot at the moment. For this week, I just can't connect to it this week. But I know that I'm dealing with a lot of like organizing paperwork and all that lots, So I'm just maybe, and also I've got other things going on in July, so maybe it's telling me just to leave the tarot alone, personally, alone for now. So anyway, so I've put this as a sign that the Light Seekers deck is going away, and I'm going to be choosing another deck. I'll let one speak to me, or you get an image in your head, and I think, that's the one. So yeah, the Light Seekers is going the nights. Now, the Out of Hand deck. I love this deck. It's really cool. I found this deck really good for like if I was looking at specific questions, money matters, or like projects, if I'm looking for projects, whereas the Soul Seekers was more for like just reading the energies. This deck I was using for questions, and I found it very accurate, and also, shockingly accurate, to be fair. And it was helpful. It's a different kind of energy, but I like the fact that it's true to life form today. You know, it connects with today's vibration, you know? So, yeah. So that's what I've been using. Just general questions about home life, about work, about relationships and stuff. And it has been very accurate, I must admit. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to still stick to this deck for that purpose. I'm going really fast. Sorry. A bit nervous, actually, because this is like I've never... Well, I have... I mean, yeah. Another one I've done, which I just pulled a card with, was the Doors. Divine Doors. I like the Doors joined. the music band, the Doors. But so I would pull this with the Soul Seekers. So I just pull you a card just to show you. And then, oh, here we go. Numbers in doubles. Synchronicities is in 2. Don't hold back your love now. Life is meant for you. Pass this card on. Well, I pass this card on for you. 1111. Look at that. So that looks like a sword, doesn't it? Looks like a sword. The Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. So clarity's coming. I pass the clarity to you. Yeah, I just find it like, it's sentimental. I like it. It's sentimental. And it worked really well with the Soul Seekers deck. And it was just, I would leave it out. So, you know, and read the message and see what comes to my mind when I read it. You know, what happened that day that relinks into that session. So, yeah. So, the doctors, when I went yesterday to the doctors, I found, show this. I told you I'm random. It's going to get better, I promise you. This is new. So, these, I pull one card for personal and one card for goals. I've got one by my bed. So when I feel emotional or feel a bit lost, I read the card. Okay, because it's a postcard. Would you like me to pull you one to show you? I can pull you one to show you. I also do goal setting. So I've got as you can see, this is my tarot corner. So I've got my little tarot corner where I do a lot of my tarot work. So, you know, my YouTube, my other YouTube video channel. So I pull that for that specific, you know, what I need guidance for, or what direction should I go in and stuff like that. It's just a little reminder. And I've had these, as you can see, they're not properly used. Let's move this a minute. But as you can see, I don't know if you guys have got them, but I'll read this one out at the end, because I got another 2 cards I'm going to share some cards. So I'll read that out, but it's like a little postcard, as you can see. I will read it out to you guys afterwards. And I found that this sort of like, it brings me back down. So if I'm a bit anxious about doing a video, or I feel anxious about a situation, or, you know, or I'm feeling a bit sorry for myself because I'm all late up and, you know, I'm feeling pants. That just gives me a bit of emotional fulfillment to my day, to my evening, you know, when I'm chilling like a villain, you know. Yeah, so I will read that one for us at the end. It's just like, oh, where's me notes? So here we go. We've talked about decks. I've talked about spreads. So we're going to go on to the next. What helped? Pottering. Pottering helps loads, especially when you're in that fatigue moment or chronic pain. I find just doing little jobs, sitting down, not overwhelming myself. So I wake up in the morning. I think, what? I don't know if I might have repeated this in video, and I do apologize if I have. But I'm just going to say that June was really helpful with pottering. So what I do is wake up and think, what can I cope with today? So if I've got like physical where aches and pains and I'm struggling, I try to move around a little bit or try not to stay in the same place over and over because that can stiffen me up. But I let my body wake up in the morning. I have my morning coffee and you know, reflect on what is good for me to do on that day. And if I feel like I physically can't do something, I would go, what can I do mentally? Which would be, you know, maybe I can't do a video, for instance. You know, I'm not feeling well enough to do a video. So what I might do is like look at my scripts, see what I'm going to be doing for that month, and then pick my decks for those specific investigations. I'll do a clearing. I'll do a cleansing and rearranging my decks and shifting the energy of my table and stuff. Or it could be like doing this, you know, so, you know, sort of like brain dumping. I do a lot of brain dumping. So I don't have expectations to finish things off straight away. I pick things. I think one thing that really stands out to me is making doing the dishes, sorting the dishes out. I think if the dishes are done, then it just makes the rest of the place flow. I don't know if you feel the same way. Maybe you do something different. Let me know, let us know, because it all helps. We're meant to be supporting each other, you know. So I asked for help. So I asked for more help in June. So my girls, they're good as gold. My son, he'll help out as well. I've been asking a neighbour for help as well, and she's been really good. So I just ask for simple, they'll come up and do a clean. They'll put washing out, all those things that are too heavy for my body that I cannot do. And it helps if it's brain fart day, and I can't function, then I might be able to do something physically. So depending, because it's unpredictable, isn't it, this condition. But if I can move and I feel like I still potter, but I do physical work, like probably washing the dishes, putting washing on, folding the washing, though things that doesn't take too much brain work at all. If that don't work, then I crash, and I give myself permission to crash. It gives me an excuse to watch chick flicks if I can cope with the TV and the noise. So, yeah. So it's like really taking things really slow. This is what I have had to do. Well, I've had to do this for a long time, but June was very apparent because I was having a lot of flare-ups in the body as well as fatigue in the mind, So I've had a bit of a mixed thing going on. It's like this is weird, right? Today, I don't understand it. Maybe you can understand it. What happened, right? This morning I woke up. Well, yesterday I was the same as well. Brain fart, fatigue, fog brain. I couldn't put my words together. I was mixing my words. I might be still doing that today. I don't know. And I was really struggling mentally to focus on conversations and stuff. I just couldn't do it. So I thought paperwork can go to hell. I ain't doing that. And today felt the same. And I haven't seen my daughters for like a while because of the hot weather. The kids have been off, and I've not been great myself. I've been quite poorly. So it's been like I haven't seen them forever and a day. And so what was I saying? Yeah, see what I mean? Here we go. This is what happens. Anyway, so my daughter showed up. She said, "I know your energy's not well, right, Mum? I won't stay long." And my other daughter was coming up a bit later on. Anyway, I said, "Let's just get out of the house. I need to get out of the house." So we went to the house. We went to the pub, right? Had a Coke, right? And I tell you what, my energy just started picking up. We sat outside for a while. I don't know if it's the vitamin D or what. I don't know if you guys have the same thing, but my energy picked up. I was like, this is so weird because I was really crashing. I didn't think I didn't think I would have a lot of time with my daughters. And we ended up having lunch out. And then one of my other daughters, she brought me back. And here I am doing a video. And I just find it so weird. How can you go from like non-functional, then all of a sudden you go out and you pick up? So it's really like you can't predict where this is going on. If you've had this experience, let me know in the comments below. And what is your thoughts on it? Because I think it's bloody bizarre. So yeah. But apart from that, yeah, taking it slow. What didn't help me was overbooking myself and probably pushing the boat a bit, because I'm a person that likes to be doing. I don't like sitting around. I get bored and I get in my head. And when I get in my head, it's dangerous. Although I couldn't think a lot. So it's like, yeah. So I got to listen to my limitations as well. It's just like, yeah, it's hard work. Very hard work. So this is why I'm calling it resilience, because here I am telling the story, got through the month, and is, rather than fighting the energy, I'm trying to work with the vibe and the energy, yeah? So I've got more appointments and health checks coming up. I told you I've got the MA thing. I also got a family holiday as well coming up. I am shitting a brick. I got to be honest. I am shitting a brick, right? So, don't ask. I can't remember where we're going. To be fair, I might put some pictures up. But yeah, I am a bit fearful because I have been on holiday, proper holiday, since after I had the accident and since I had all these symptoms. So we're going away for 3 or 4 days. I'm staying in a caravan. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be a bit of an interesting thing on how I get on, how I manage it, and, what is going to be the outcome. So, the way, my focus for July really is still building my practice up together, because I love my practice, yeah. And also making sure I don't overdo it, and spending more time at home to get myself prepared for the holiday. So I've got some work things that I'm going to be doing, which I'm going to be traveling to. So I have to be very mindful of that as well. So this is going to be, my focus and what's coming up for me in July. So we're going to have to just wait and see, innit? So I think I'm going to need more resilience for July and after the holiday. And I know I'm going to pace myself. I've already told the girls that I ain't going to be able to go to the zoo and things like that. That I'll stay back to the caravan, and I can't keep up with what their activities are. But I'd like to go to the beach with them, even if it's just for a few hours, and spend some time with the grandkids, But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It went really fast, this, didn't it? So, this is new. So you have to bear with. So I thought we'll do a community reading for the next. So I've chose one card from the postcards thing. So how resilience. Should we say that this is the resilience card? I'm a little flustered here. Dearest, so here we go. Dearest you, as you're taking yourself and your problems are you taking yourself and your problems too seriously? Maybe fear of the future is weighing on you. Isn't that weird? We would like you to take a break from all that from all that and start having fun. How weird is this? When you stop fixating on what has been making you heavy-hearted, we get a chance to move some magic in your direction. Oh, that's sweet. We just need you to let go a little. Spirit needs some room and get very inspired by your laughter when you have fun. Okay. You see me shuffle these cards. This is weird. When was the last time you got really loose and silly and goofy? Maybe you need to go and dancing or watch some very funny comedy to make you laugh, or call the one friend you know will remind you how ridiculous and delightful giddy you can be. You will return refreshed and renewed and ready to once again see the world as less daunting, and you will be ready to receive in perfect timing the bounty that Spirit has for you. Don't you just love how much we care about you? And that's sweet. See what I mean? From the postcard. So guys, we need to be more resilient and trust the process and not take things too seriously for the month of July. Well, that told me, didn't it? Did it tell you? Are you like choking on your tea at the minute? Are you? Because I am. I don't think I need to pull more cards on that. Or would you like what I have been? I don't know if you know this. Affirmations. These are. I like it. I like a bit of banter and I like a bit of quirkiness and stuff. So you're going to see that a lot on this channel. A bit of randomness because that's who I am as well. Right. So affirmations morning mantra. So this is your monthly, right? So this is your monthly reminder, and for me too. So we're doing it together. And this is going to be our morning mantra. I will, if you want me to, post it. Actually, I'm just going to do it anyway. I'm going to post these on the format so you can see the card for yourself. So, morning mantra for you and me. Right. Oh, right. We're doing that. I radiate patience I radiate patience like a good guru, mostly because I'm too exhausted this morning for a tantrums. Oh, there you go. It's like, get over yourself, isn't it? The evening mantra. The evening mantra. The even mantra. Letting go is the only thing that matters. In letting go of thoughts, emotions, and anxiety, shame spirals, I claim my freedom and make space for what I want to call in. Spiritually speaking, but take out sounds pretty good too. Spiritually speaking. There you go. Is that awesome? Do you reckon I should do some shorts on that? Check the shorts out on that. That's pretty cool. There's our messages from that. I will say though, just before I go, is what I did find, and I probably you guys do it anyway, but I'm gonna chuck it out there. When I had my appointment, and I did interrupt myself. When I did have my doctor's appointment, because the brain farts and the foggy, Mr. Foggy, and I couldn't get my words out and I couldn't remember things, what I did was write down exactly what was going on, so I had my notes so on my phone. So when I went to see her, I just gave her like a direct, this is what's been going on. This is what I want. This is what I need, blah, 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 blah. Kind of like, what I'm hoping for. So not like putting demands, but straight to the point, rather than go in there and they go, and how are you? Yeah, I'm okay. When you're not. Yeah. So yeah, just a thought. But anyway, questions of the month. What has resilience looked for you this month? Last month, June, right? And how does it look for this month coming up? That's your question. So I feel like my check-in is enough. So yeah, I rabbited it on long enough. Thank you for joining me if you stuck around for this long. I really appreciate it. It will get better over time. This is new. So with new, it takes time to adjust and that. Anyway, lots of love. Keep an eye out. I know I said I'm going to be doing monthlies, but I am going to do a pick a pile with dun dun dun. With the Starman Tarot. I have done an investigation with this, which is going to be coming out this week. So I think it might be already out by the time you've watched this. So, which is a prince, looking at prints. So I have done an investigation on this, but I will be doing. So keep an eye out. I will be doing a pick a card at some point in July. So it might be mid-July that I'll do it. And chuck it out, once my head is not so pickled. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for joining. Take care of yourselves. We are superpowers, say super warriors. I got to remember to point to the bloody camera. Talking to you directly. Yeah. And we got this, haven't we? Anyway, take care. Speak soon. Lots of love.